talking about going to heaven if we can't get it together. Get it together.
Hello, I am the Reverend Dr. M. Jean Dolphus Cotton. So welcome. Hello, Reverend Dr. M. Jean Dolphus Cotton here. And I'm here to talk to you about the most important person you are going to meet in your lifetime. What? That's what you're saying, and you sing. Why are you saying that? Why are you saying that? Let me tell you why. No one nor anything will have as much influence on you as you will have on you. You may listen to a lot of people, you may follow a lot of people, but in the end, the final announcement, the final answer for you comes from you. Then another reason, maybe I can tell you 2 or 3 reasons why I said that. You are always with you. I'm talking to those people who think I'm going to go on a trip, I got to get away, and so I take a trip. But you're always, wherever you go or whatever you do, you take you with you. You are never alone. You take you wherever you are. So that's another reason. And then another reason is you're always, everything, every decision you make comes from you. Every action you take comes from you. Every judgment you make comes right on through you, through your value system. In other words, you have all the answers. You make all the decisions. And that's what makes your life what it is. Did you know you build your own world? And it's a result of the thoughts you take. It starts with a thought. Whatever you start in life starts with you, whether it be a project, or whether you're going to take a trip, or you're going to build a building, you're going to have a conversation, whatever it is, if you are involved in it, it's for you. It all begins and ends with you. How about that? You ever think about, just stop and think about you, why you are here, how do you fit into this schematic life design? What is life? What is it all about? And how do you deal with it? Will you make it, or can you make it? You ever stop to think about it? Or have you ever stopped to just think, period? You know, we're born, we're here, and we take whatever it is. We don't ask why. But now the time has come, right now. What time is it right now? And being in the now, we've come to the point where we have to discuss, we have to think, we have to ask the question, why? Who what? Who am I? What am I? Where am I? Why am I? What's my purpose? How do I do it? And when are things going to break for me? You ever say that for you? When are things going to sort of come my way? Well, now is your time. That's what I'm telling you. Now is the time for you to come into who you are and what you are and why you are, where you are and why, and then what you're going to do about it. What about your goals and your dreams? If they are to be, if your goals are to be, if your dreams are to be, they will, because you allow them to come through you. You are the key to whatever your life is to be. Within you is unlimited, unrestricted, undeveloped potential within you. And it's just there, waiting for you to discover it, to develop it, and to magnify it. It's within you. All of that is within you, and you have the key to how it operates. And that's what we're really talking about. Finding out who and what you are so that you will know that you are somebody. You are a unique person. You are an individual person. You have a purpose. You have a reason to be here. I'm agreeing with the whoever is saying that our biggest weakness is because we don't understand self. We don't know about self. That's our biggest lack. We know about everything, a little bit about everything and everybody, but we don't know very much about self. You don't know how grand you are. You don't know how special you are. You don't know how powerful you are. You don't know about all that's within you. Maybe nobody told you. You never thought about it. You've just been here. Well, it's time for you to be here. It's time for you to know who you are. It's time for you to know what is yours, that you have a right to be here. And hey, you don't have to struggle. That time is over. You can have anything you want to have. You can be whatever you want to be. You just got to get to that key that's within you and find out what it's all about. You are the guard at the gate of your consciousness. You are the guard at the gate of your morals, your values, your beliefs, and your morals. You deal with all of it. You're the one who decides all of it. Therefore, if you're that great, if you're that important, don't you think it's time for you to get to know this you I'm talking about? Why do you want me to know all that? Why are you going to me with all that stuff? I really believe that as a people, or we're in the state that we're in because we don't know who and what we are. We don't know what our rights are, even though sometimes we argue about them. I just think if you knew better, you remember the saying, if you know better, if you knew better, he'd do better, or when he knows better, he'll do better. Well, it just depends. Well, anyway, I want to say within you, that key that I keep talking about that you need, that key is within you, the key to the development of that unlimited potential that's been planted inside of you, and I say waiting for you to discover it, to nurture it into full development. The greatest and the most meaningful discovery you will have in your lifetime is that of discovering the who, what, where, when of you. Here's some good news. No matter who you are, where you are, or what you are doing, you can have a victorious life. Can I say that again? I don't care where you are. I don't care who you are. I don't care what you have or have not done. You can have a good life, a victorious life. Yes, you have to learn to be a victor instead of a victim. That's right. Is that an everyday thing? Is that a right now thing? No. It takes time. Just a little bit of patience. It's a constant thing. It's a day-to-day living thing. That's what it is. But it is time for you to start on it, because looking for that key that's within you. No matter what is, what used to be, you can make your life be victorious. Whatever you start in life, again, must start with you. I said it then, and I guess I'm going to say it again. It was true then, and the same thing is true now. I want you to know, I'm talking about you. That's why I say that word so much. You. That's who, you're the key. Have you ever asked yourself, Is this where I'd like to be? I'm talking about life now, on this journey. You ask yourself, is this where I'd like to be? Well, let me answer for you. If the answer, or if the reply is yes, then fine, you good. If your reply is no, then you ask yourself another question. What do I want out of this life? Have you asked yourself that? Do you know what you would just give everything for? What would just mean, what's more important to you than anything in the world that you want to accomplish for you in this life? Do you know? Ask yourself. You got to start thinking. You have to, you just, what do I want to do? Why do I want to do it? Do you believe you can do it? Do you have the patience to do it? Or do you think it's just one of those wild dreams? Whatever your goals are, whatever your dreams, if they are to be, they will be, because they came through you. Everything, you are the key. I want to discuss it. Let's go back and get these words like goals. What are goals? Do you have any? Goals give meaning to life. They give your life purpose. They give you a reason to be and a reason to do, a reason to get up and face another day. Goals. Goals to life are as color is to paint, as adjectives are to nouns. Get yourself some specific goals. Ones that you can identify with, ones that you can believe in, you will really believe in, that you can commit to and act upon. Get those two words, commit to and act upon. What about dreams? Don't be afraid to dream. I hope you aren't one of those persons who think that age dreams are dependent upon age. I want you to know dreams do come true when you know what to do, when you know how to love, believe in, and nurture that dream. I'm going to say it again. Dreams do come true when you know what to do, when you know how to love, believe in, and nurture that dream. Dreams give or help to put spice into your life. Day-to-day actions into your life. I certainly hope that dream age is just a number. Has nothing to do with your ability to dream. You're never too young. You're never too old. Dreams do, however, require specificity. I like that word, specificity. Pretty word. They do require that. They require commitment, belief, nurturing, patience, enthusiasm, expectation, and positive action. And what about total involvement? I talked about, I said that somewhere along, that word just pops up in my head. But what does that mean to you? No half-stepping. You are or you aren't, you do or you don't, you will or you won't. All or nothing. Always doing your best. Consequently, always expecting the best. Total involvement is being open and receptive to the total process of life and living. It's growing, it's stretching and reaching out. It's rising above adversities. It's making mistakes. Hey, yeah, I'm making mistakes. That's okay. And it's learning from the mistakes and profiting by and from the experience of the mistakes. It's a process that goes on and on and on, and you grow stronger and stronger and stronger. And you grow wiser and wiser and wiser, alive, alert, awake, and enthusiastic about who? About you. about your life and how you choose to live it. This doesn't happen on a futuristic basis, but it's on a moment by moment, a minute by minute, a time by time, day by day, staying in the now. It's now is the time. You might be asking yourself, what is all this verbiage got to do with making a living? My being out of a job, bills due, lack of finances. As I said earlier, it all starts and ends with you. Your present situation is included. It started with what you thought, how you felt or feel, and what you believe about both the circumstance and you. Since it came about as a result of those determinants, how you feel, what you thought, you can change the circumstances the same way. The focus here being, you have to do it. It has to come through you. In reality, situations do not come into being from outside environment. Outside is subject to change, for it's always predicated on something other than itself. It's predicated on inside processes. This is stuff that goes on inside of you. We live from inside out. It's what you think that creates your environment, your situations and circumstances, and your experiences. It's not the economy. It is not the job situation, relationships, or whatever we blame our shortcomings on. It's you and me, you and me, you and me. Oh Lord, standing in the midst of our own created mess. Learn to control and direct your determinants. You remember I just said, what are they? What are your determinants? What you think, how you feel, how you act, what you say. Those are, I said you could change them. Just like you think that way, you can change those thoughts. And those changes is what change your experiences. You control your experiences. Controlled experiences lead to controlled attitudes. Controlled attitudes beget great altitudes. And altitude begets victory in one's life, in one's world, and in one's affairs. How about that? Just let it settle for a moment. Just let that settle in your mind for me. Is she talking about me? Is that what you're saying? What is this you she's talking about? What is this you? How does it relate to me? Well, the who, what of you, who you are and what you are, and how does it fit into the scheme of life and living? Well, later on we'll discuss who you are, what you are, where you are, what you are, and why you are. What and the time. You ever ask yourself, what time is it? How much more time do I have to be or to do or to give or to get? How much time do I have? We only have what? Right now. That's all you've got. That's all you've got. So I trust it. My main point, what is my main point? I've hollered that. I've been through that the whole time I've talked. I said it almost every other sentence. It's you. You are it in this life. You build your life. You build your world with your thoughts, because everything begins with an idea that becomes a thought. And every thought carries with it an emotion. And an emotion goes a long way with what you say, the words you speak. And then, hey, what you believe is it. What do you believe? And your mannerisms, your actions respond and act on what you believe. Have you ever thought about, you never thought about how it's important it is for your thoughts to remain positive? How a negative thought you think that you're throwing at somebody else ends up bouncing back to you and your inner system. Your inner system. I'm talking about the inner side of you. We all know about the outside. You've been up here long enough to know about the outside. Do you know that? But we want to go into the inside. That's where the action is. We live from inside out. From the inside out. And I told you that you are the key to it. So I'm going to close this by saying whatever you start in life must start with you. Your thoughts, your feelings, and attitude are the foundation from which your actions and reactions spring. You shape your world. You may also choose to tear it down. You decide whether you're going to be happy or sad, successful or failure-prone, productive or parasitic, loving or hateful, in bondage or free. I reiterate, don't you think it makes good sense and shows a whole lot of wisdom for you to get to know and be in tune with this, what I call VIP you. Dr. Cotton here. Oh, what a wonderful day. Still talking about you. I want to give some definitions. Let's sort of define this you that I talk about. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here. That's what we'll deal with today. Here's one. It says, you are a unique individual equipped with everything you need to be a whole, happy, productive being. The very fact that you are fully equipped with the necessary tools needed, uniqueness is what you are. Being is your uniqueness. Within you is unlimited, unrestricted, undeveloped potential. Within you is the key to you. Did you get that? Can you picture when I talk about that like that, I think in terms of a big piece of cloth on a board or on the wall, an extravagant piece of cloth, a very beautiful piece of cloth, very important piece of cloth, and within it they have some kind of drawings or some kind of stitches or something that makes it very special. And within it, and I see you as that. Here's this big piece of whatever. And within that structure is everything you need to be. Within your frame, your body, in your mind is everything you need to be a whole, happy, productive being. Right? And just because you've got everything you need to be, and I'm talking about fully equipped, it's yours. It's right there. It's unrestricted, undeveloped, unlimited. Did you hear that? Unlimited. You can be anything you want to be. You can do anything you want to do. You can have anything you want to have. I know it's hard to just accept yourself, ooh, a pie in the sky. I'm talking about right now. I say right now. All of that is within you. We never knew that. We knew we were born and we were out here and we just did whatever. I don't remember anybody talking to me about the insides and what the mind was and how the brain. They talked about it from a scientific point of view, but nobody ever explained. Did everybody ever explain all of that to you? That your purpose for being here is to activate that uniqueness that's within you so that you can help somebody else. Somebody else can learn some of the things that you know. We share. It's our responsibility. Here's that. I'm just, instead of trying to talk about it, I'm just going to explain it to you. It says, and I know you're going to laugh, but just listen to it and think about it. It says, you are a unique tapestry woven together of your environment and your senses, along with your mind, body, and spirit. It says, as a human being, you are a network of energy, information in a vast ocean of energy and information. Quantum physicists and perennial wisdom sages alike informs us that we are, in essence, beings of energy in a vast energy universe of energy. This is the part that I love to hear. We are collectively here to remember ourselves as spiritual beings empowered to learn, serve, and celebrate. As members of a community of souls, we have a responsibility to remind each other that our essential nature is not as flesh and blood machines, but as embodied spirits, temporarily condensed as individuals. Carefree, innocent children, we experience the earth as a playground designed for the expansion of life and happiness. Have you heard anything like that before? Whether you believe it or not, doesn't it sound good for somebody to think, or for us, or for you to feel that you are an important person? You aren't just a machine, or just a whatever, or a filthy rag, or what, all those things, categories people throw you in. And isn't it just wonderful to feel important about being you, about your state of being? It's just wonderful. I read that. I said, oh, I'm gonna really share that with my people. It's good to know that we're spiritual beings, and he says we are empowered to learn, to serve, guess this, and to celebrate life, and to celebrate being who and what you are. I just think that's wonderful. I think that's fine to be carefree, well, the Bible says, except you come as a little child, so I was glad to hear that carefree, innocent children, we experience the earth. We're experiencing life. We're experiencing where we are. But we do it personally because we're individuals. We are individuals. You know, we experience things as opposed to being afraid of everything, or being in a box that puts you in there and you're there restricted in this way of thinking, of being. You're free to be and to do and to have and to want and to believe and to be. You're free. I just wanted to include that in the answers I'm going to give you about who you are. You are a unique being. You are a spiritual being. And you have power to be. And then if you go a little bit further and find out about the oneness you have with the infinite power, or the infinite one of life and living, then, oh boy, you can just go. There are no limits to what and who you can be, and where you can go, and what you can do. But you got to know that. You got to believe that. You got to be what you say. You've got to live what you are. To be happy, to be free. Well, maybe you need to hear that a little more. And as you find out, if at least I've thrown it out there, I've planted the seed, I hope, and I'm hoping that you will just start searching, or maybe just being still and asking yourself, who am I? What am I? Why am I here? What do I want from this life? What can I give? What can I expect? Those are questions. Ask of yourself. Just sit. Shutting out the outer and going on the inner. Let me tell you a joke about that outer and inner. I remember the first time I went to Christ Universal Temple in the city. And this great, big, beautiful church, crowded with people. And anyway, we went. And the lady at the podium said, "Let's go within." And I said, "Go within? I just got here. I just happened to get a seat. I don't want to move." I had no thought of what she was talking about. Maybe because I had never been in that environment. And maybe you have never been in an environment where you're told to think. Where you're allowed to be free to think. Where you're allowed to be you. You're allowed to keep moving forward. You're allowed to be proud of what you are. And so now you've been exposed. I've talked to you about it. I've told you about it. So you can decide whether you want to just find out what this is all about. What life is all about. They usually tell us that life is what we see, what we feel, hear, touch, or taste, and the reason for it. It flows through all things. And so that means it flows through you too. So you very special person. You VIP. You very, very unique person. Individual person. Be you. Be all of you. Give all you can give to you. Celebrate. Isn't that a good feel? It's time to celebrate. It's time to be happy. It's time to be free. And you can be. It starts with you and it ends with you. It starts with what you think about you. What you think about where you are. What you think about life and living. How you feel about it. How you accept it, what you believe, what you want to believe. Maybe you don't quite believe, but you want to. So just be open. Just be open. And life will be good to you. Okay? That's it for today. You VIP, you very important person. Bless you. Be happy. Love you. Oh, before you go, I'd like to share something with you. Will you be still for just a moment? Close your eyes. I want to use your imagination for a few minutes. Let's suppose that we're going to a theater. I hear there is a marvelous play showing. The play is about you. You are the star. You play the leading role. Guess who wrote the play? You. Guess who approved the script? You. Guess who the major critic of the play will be? You. Yes, the play has a director, and it looks like that's you too. Let's see if you can find the producer. Well, what do you know? The producer is you. You even choose the characters who will play important roles in your play, for it is yours to dismiss or keep any or all of them at your will. Everybody in the play and everything that is connected with the play must come by and come through. Guess who? You. The set, the scenes, the music, the lighting, everything is at the acceptance or the rejection of you. It is yours to write. and rewrite the parts, change the characters, create the mood, slow things down, speed things up, decide the plot and the climax. Guess who's in charge of you? You. No, it's not a one-person play, nor is it a one-act play. As a matter of fact, there are many, many characters in the play. Some of them play major roles. Remember, you approve or disapprove, accept or reject. Wow. You control even those characters who try those upstaging games of taking over your drama. What am I saying? You are in charge of you, your life, and how you choose to live it. Close your eyes now. Close your eyes and see yourself as the star of this show of your life. You're playing the leading role with a script written by you, even though you write it day by day as you interact with the interactions of the day. But remember, each scene will build upon the preceding one that gives you the opportunity to make changes if you need be. Now, do you see why I say you're the most important person you will meet in your life? Slowly open your eyes now. You are the key to your world. You are the most important and most interesting VIP you will ever meet in any lifetime. I reiterate, don't you think, or do you think, it makes right good sense and shows a whole lot of wisdom for you to get to know and get in tune with this VIP, namely you. Love you.
If you enjoyed today's program, please stop by www.awomanaevolves.com and share with us. We'd love to hear from you. I'd love to set up some one-on-one coaching with you, or perhaps even in a small group setting. Also, we have some fabulous merchandise that I know you'll enjoy. And if you have a question or two, please share that as well, and we'll answer those questions on a future program. Thanks so much for joining. And again, reach out to us, www.awomanaevolves.com. See you soon.